Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the 4099 podcast with your host Dima, and we have a really special guest in the building today. A really good friend of mine, a gamer, a Twitcher, a YouTuber, an online personality. God, so many more titles, man. My friend James, aka Clouds.
What's poppin'?
How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, man. How you been?
I've been all right, man. I've been all right. I feel like we've been talking about this moment for so long because I remember hitting you up earlier, and then right as we were starting to put shit together, the virus.
Yeah, because I literally had requested that Thursday off, and right when that happened, literally a week or two, Corona just hit our state, and it was just well, here we go. I was requested this day off. I'm just gonna enjoy it now.
Lockdown, man, and then everything went to lockdown and shit.
Yeah, I just couldn't do nothing. I couldn't go around doing my food vlogs and stuff. It was just, I was just and it's still going on. It's I would love to do it, but it's just how it is. The atmosphere and stuff. I'm gonna wait until it's a perfect time for me to continue the food vlogs and stuff because I love doing that. One of my biggest idols is Strictly Dumpling, aka Mike Chen. Yeah. He actually goes all around the world from Asian countries and stuff, and actually just goes out and tries food and recommends you to stuff. He's been to Tokyo, Japan, trying out Lawson versus the 7-Elevens over there, and it makes me want to go to Japan so much because the 7-Elevens are completely different than the ones in America. It's just a whole nother level. I would love to experience it, man.
Yo, so you even got a little bit of Japan with you right now,
exactly.
dude.
You got the kimono going on right now. My team jersey right now. Shout out Aura Authority. I'm a content lead for them, so I'm in charge of trying to pick up content creators and throwing ideas to our team YouTube channel and stuff. So,
well, so our friendship goes way back. Just to give the listeners and the folks looking at it kind of context, we've been friends since freaking middle school, man.
Yeah, sixth grade.
Little boys, man.
Yeah, little boys.
Running around, looking forward to Fun Friday. You remember Fun Friday, man?
Oh, God, Fun Fridays, bro. That used to be crazy, especially that's when we started having our little shenanigans where we would, we were kids, we were stupid. We used to go around trying to pants people, trying to tabletop them and stuff.
Remember the Hornets?
Oh, God, the Hornets, bro. The Hornets were crucial back then, bro.
People used to write notes in them, flick them over, just hit you with the rubber band all together. They said, fuck the Hornet, I'm going to hit you with the rubber band.
Exactly, bro.
Oh man, fun times, man, fun times. And then now here we are,
years
later, man. At least 10, right?
Exactly.
Sheesh,
man. And there's been those those couple of years where we randomly had bumped into each other and stuff. When I was when I was working out at the Gold's Gym, your brother, your cousin Max,
my brother,
he used to come over there and just work out. And I remember seeing you. It's just oh shit, it's I haven't seen this motherfucker in forever.
Forever, dude. Forever, man. But now here we are, man. And, just to give people kind of a little bit more context, I kind of want to dive into what you do and what you're really passionate about.
Oh, yeah.
And talk about that, man.
Oh, yeah.
The first time I really see you doing your thing was on Instagram. I saw you, always posting your content from YouTube.
Oh, yeah, my thumbnails.
Yeah, your thumbnails, bro. Your reaction videos, your food vlogs and stuff like that. Tell me how you got into that and why you have such an interest in it.
And so, the streaming aspect is just I've always been a gamer. I've loved gaming. And then I got around on the Twitch platform around in high school. More so because I used to watch this group of people on YouTube called Achievement Hunter, and then one of the members had quit and went to do his own thing. So I literally went to follow him, and I still follow those guys. I still watch their content all the time. I went to go follow him and watch his streams because he was just a funny guy. He had that personality and all that stuff. So I was watching that, and then I used to just kind of watch a few more smaller streamers because he was a big name streamer. So I went to go look at some smaller streamers and stuff, and One of them named Pretty Phenom. Shout out to her because she's just a blessing.
I've heard of that name for sure.
Yeah, she was like the very like first like small time like streamer that I watched, and I just loved her attitude.
Around what time is this?
It was around like 2015.
2015. Okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
So like that's when I just buckled down because I was watching for a couple months before I actually decided to make an account and actually be able to talk to her and talk to the people in there. And because of her, I got introduced to other people, small time streamers that she was friends with, and they became my inspiration to want to get into live streaming and gaming and stuff. So I was doing all that. And then after a while, I was going on and off because all I had was my PS4. Like, I was streaming off my PS4.
Right.
You know, you're not getting, like, the best kind of content. And then sometimes if a certain scene of a game came over, the PlayStation would, like, block it out so you can't see that scene. So it kind of just ruined a lot of things. And then finally, you know, years later, coming last month, finally got a hold of a PC. I stopped the streaming once I had the PC. I didn't stop for years, but I stopped for a while to focus on getting that PC. And then I started doing the videos more so because I'm also grinding to be in a different team. Like, I'm still going to be the content lead for my team, but I'm trying to be a streamer for another team named Saint Sanctum. And they had a recruitment challenge coming up, and it was just go through there. And that's when I had to, like, realize I need to upload videos. So what I was doing is I was grabbing all my Twitch clips while I was doing that, editing on my phone, and then...
It's kind of building a portfolio.
Yeah. So, and then I started, and then the idea came to me is, like, I love food, and I love watching, like, people go around the world and stuff. So I was like, you know what? Let me, you know, go around our city, Greensboro, in North Carolina, and just find cool food spots to try out, film, vlog it. And anytime I came around over there, people would hit me, people that were working there was like, you recording for YouTube and stuff? I was like, yeah. Like, they asked for my channel and stuff, and they would subscribe and all that stuff. And like, I was going into that, and then, you know, Corona happened.
Yeah, bro.
And it kind of ruined everything because that's when everything shut down. And I'm like, now, I mean, things are open back up, but like, it's not the same as I would want it to be.
Right.
So I'm still
it's not as an immersive experience.
Yeah. So like now I'm kind of just keeping a pause on the food vlogs until, you know, the environment's better, because like, you know, us being in quarantine, it's taking effect on everybody. So like everybody's just kind of grouchy and just ready to come at people and stuff. So I don't want to deal with that because that's just negative energy I don't need in my life.
Well, all right. So you kind of got a little bit into the streaming, the gaming streaming and stuff like that, Twitch. What? Because you did talk about who your inspirations were and stuff like that. What I'm kind of wondering is, where? So you've been gaming since like a little kid, right?
Since I was a little kid, like back when I had the Game Boy Color. I had the original Pokemon Yellow, Pokemon Red.
Oh man,
I had
classic.
all silver and gold, and then you know, just the classic. It's just gaming's always just been kind of part of my life. Like that's what I started off with, and then as the years go on and on and on, you know, I kept getting upgraded. So it's just always been a part of my life. It's something I love to do.
Right.
It's my way from like escaping all the bullshit from reality into my own world and just enjoying it. Just having peace with myself and enjoying what I love to do.
Yeah, with all this craziness going on, that's a really wonderful way to kind of just immerse yourself in a world. And having said that, I kind of want to pick your brain about what specific games you were, you know, really into and started twitching with, right? Like, where was it like more of like a first person shooter games? Was it like more of like adventure games? Like, what were you kind of doing at first? Okay, so when I first started streaming, I was this is when I got into the inspiration and wanted to do it and stuff. I was really just streaming Smite, and Smite's a MOBA game, kind of like League of Legends, except it's not the over-the-top view. It's third-person view, and you're dealing with mythology. You're dealing with gods. Like, you got Norse gods, Chinese gods, Greek gods,
So you're dealing with all kinds of different gods and different types of like mythologies are going around and stuff. So like that's what I mostly played, and then I had stopped for a while because I kind of just lost like inspiration for a while, and then I came across, and then I just randomly decided I need to get myself back into this. So I started watching a streamer that I haven't seen like streaming forever. I seen her playing COD, and then it was the same thing. I got introduced by a whole bunch of other group of people, and that's when I just strictly started doing Call of Duty streams. I was nonstop.
Yeah.
I was red gunning. I like back in the day, like back in BO2 and MW3 days. I would snipe. I would do
The golden
everything.
era.
Like
Yeah.
the area where you actually before clans were like really clans. You have your makeup clans that you used to make up with friends and
Yep.
online friends and stuff that weren't like an actual organization and stuff. I would go there, and then because of that, they kind of made my inspiration to get back into streaming. I was just sniping. That's also my reason why I got back into sniping again. I was going crazy. Like I haven't hit nothing too crazy.
I saw some stuff, bro, and that was crazy.
Yeah, like,
It was crazy.
I would have hit my first 5 on, which is getting 5 kills up on the kill feed. But this is back when the new like current Call of Duty Modern Warfare. It was a time where the kill feed was so ass. It took a lot of people's like sniping clips away when they're hitting something crazy.
Right.
I would have had a 5 on, and how it did me dirty was like it had the first one, had the second one, and then it just kept skipping. It wouldn't go down. It wouldn't scroll down. It just kept going single, and disappearing, and it messed me up. And I was sitting here freaking out because I'm like, what the hell did I just hit? Because I looked at the kill feed, it's not showing. So I went to the people that inspired me. I was like, yo, can you tell me what the hell I would have just hit right here?
Yeah.
They all said 5 on, but the game screwed me over. And I was just like, that would have been my nastiest clip I've ever hit, because I haven't hit a 5 on since I came back to sniping. But I quit COD about 2 or 3 months ago because this new one is just, it's not it. They keep promising stuff, and then they're not.
It's crazy that you're talking about the new COD, because I mean I see everyone playing it. Everyone, my brother is playing it all the time. People are really in it. I mean, the newer update I heard, it's not as good. Well,
it's the newer update was more so for the sniping community.
Oh, okay.
Because the sniping community of Call of Duty is the most vocal out of anybody else than Red Gunners. Red Gunners always complain saying snipers are OP and stuff. It's not easy to use a sniper. It's not. You have to have the right attachments to get you to put where you want it to be, and even still then, it's so easy to use a regular gun. It's so easy to use an MP5 or any other gun that's like broken. But like sniping, it actually takes kind of skills, because you have to like control your lineups and all that stuff. And people always say, "Oh my God, aimbot this, aimbot that." I'm like, no, I was like, you can't aimbot if you're on console.
Right.
PC, maybe, because this one is like, it's cross-platform with PC, Xbox, and PlayStation.
Yeah.
But no, it's literally with your own PS4 and all that stuff, it's literally just being the better player. They just get mad because they get outplayed and stuff. So I was like, bro, I was like, don't call people aimbot. I was like, you can't aimbot. You can't implement that into a console.
Right.
That's something you can only do on PC.
Yo, listen, gaming frustrations, bro.
Yeah.
Gaming frustrations. So what are you working on now? What games are you kind of focusing on now?
So the games I'm kind of, before it was like I said, I was mainly Call of Duty. Kind of grew out of that. So I just been playing whatever I want to play. So like whatever I have in my arsenal, especially since I got my PC last month, that's what I'll play. Right now, currently, I've been playing Iron Sight, Valorant. I got PC version of Smite now, and it's a little bit more sweatier than it is on console. What else do I got? I have some other games that's more so for like multiplayer, like Sea of Thieves, and that's
a good one.
Oh, trust me, like I finally got a hold of some people that I was trying to like do a video with, and finally got around to do that. I still have to edit it because I have to go around and get the timestamps of the parts I want to get. But there's that. I just downloaded Rainbow Six Siege because I used to play the hell out of that on console.
Classic, yeah.
So I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna get this. Because especially it was on sale because Steam, anytime there's a new season, the sales are crazy. Like prices are going crazy
through the roof.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I had it caught because at the time it was like $10, and I was like, easy still. I was like, I'm gonna have to get that. So I was like, I have to get that. I was like, I don't even care. I looked at it. I was like, should I do it? Should I not? I had to get it.
Yeah. So, okay. So another question, I mean, talking about all this gaming stuff, how was the transition going from just regular gaming to, actually uploading something where, you know, other people are looking at what you're doing and kind of sharing your own content to the world? How did that transition feel, you know?
Oh, it's something, you know, like I said, with my YouTube channel, mostly I'm a music reactor.
Reactor, yeah.
Mostly in the K-pop and Asia's over there because only reason why I decided to go for the K-pop audience is I like K-pop. Most people always have a problem because of the language barrier, but I tell them, I was like, you necessarily don't have to understand what they're saying to feel the emotions and the vibe.
Right.
And they don't want to be like, oh, it could be something, this instrumental can be sad, but they could be saying some stupid stuff. I was like, no, music has no language.
It's universal, man.
It's universal. It's how you make you feel, because how music was before, there was no audio, there was no singing on there. It was just instrumentals.
Yep.
That's all it was.
Yep.
But we'll get into that a little bit more.
Yeah.
So the transition is like, I know where my followage and my views come from, and it's the music aspect. But when I do my gaming and people see that, it's a lot more of the people that I became friends with over Twitch.
Right.
They'll come over and support it. You know, I'm in a few group chats on Twitter where, you know, support chats, you throw it out there, they throw it out be like, oh, this is pretty dope to see the different game styles and stuff that I have, because I'm not playing just one game. Like, I'm mixing, like, if I'm doing clips from like Twitch and grabbing them, I'm not playing the same game all the time. It would be like transitions into different games. So say if I'm playing, before I would play, like, it'll be a clip of Smite, and then the next clip after that would be like Call of Duty, and the next one would be like Fortnite.
Right.
I'm going to say this, I don't care. Fuck Fortnite. That game is dog shit. Okay, I'm done with it.
I never played it. You know?
Listen, it was fun, season 1 and season 2, because nobody really knew how to use the build aspect like that. It was kind of cool at the time.
Right.
A lot of people were running gunning. It was fun, and then they did a whole bunch to it. Season 3, I played halfway into it, then I stopped, and then I stopped playing in general, but like I would play it once in a while if people would ask me to play. And that's how I feel about with Call of Duty, because I got it on my PC, but I don't have the full version. I don't have the multiplayer. I just have Warzone, because Warzone is free. I only have it on there if people want to ask me to play. Gotcha. I mean, I still have my PlayStation 4, but like, what's the point of playing on that when I can have better settings on the PC?
Exactly. And
I'm learning how to play K-Bam. I'm not using controller like everybody else will. I'm physically, if you're a gamer, whatever you put in your hand shouldn't bother you. Like,
you should be good with it.
Most people feel comfortable with controller, and I can understand that. But like, if you're a gamer, like, it don't matter what you got, from freaking mobile to keyboard and mouse to controller, it shouldn't really bother you as much.
Yeah, that is interesting to think about, the fact that there's so many different platforms to game, right? And the experience is a little different, you think?
Yeah.
With these different kind of settings and platforms, right? But if you're a true gamer, like you said, man, you would learn, you would go through those barriers, and you would really find yourself in that game, right?
Yeah, because honestly, with keyboard and mouse, it's all about your key bindings and your sensitivity, because each game's going to run differently.
Right.
So you also got to find out your DPI on your mouse settings to see where you're comfortable at, because each game is not going to be the same, so you have to like switch it around a bit. But if you find the right thing, you should be perfect. It's usually perfectly fine.
Yeah, and another thing I'm really curious about is, so, you know, whenever we started this podcast, or where, you know, we're talking about it a little bit earlier, or whenever we're in front of a microphone or a camera or something like that, for the first time, it's kind of you feel uncomfortable a little bit. You feel a little bit uneasy, maybe a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, when you're first getting into it, of course.
Exactly. Like, I'm really interested in your kind of come up on that, right? Like the fact, even with the, we can talk a little bit about the reaction videos.
Oh yeah, definitely.
How was that process kind of, gradually getting into that and breaking out of this uncomfortable feeling, right?
Okay.
And sharing yourself to the people that you now have on YouTube.
Okay, so like the transition of that is like, for some reason, like I always joke around because my mom is always trying to take pictures of me and all that stuff. Being a mom, of course.
Yeah.
I always hide myself and all that stuff just because I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to have my picture taken right now because I'm not. I'm not looking too hard or anything and stuff. But like, it's like for some reason, like a lot of people tell me, especially when I first like started doing the reaction videos and just being behind the camera and stuff, they all said that I have that personality. Even when I was doing the food vlogs before I even did the reaction videos, because the food vlogs came first. And everybody's just like, you have that personality to be in front of a camera.
Yeah, you really do, bro.
And I appreciate that. And I was just like, it was something natural because like, I think it more so started with streaming just off my PlayStation because you can get the PlayStation camera, plug it up, and you have a cam then and there. It ain't gonna be the best, but it's right there, and people can actually see you and see your reaction when something goes down. So I had it set up for like that for a while, and I think it's just more so I got used to that because at a certain point, you don't really pay attention to the camera being on you. You're just so focused of doing what you're doing in front of you, and then you realize it's like, oh yeah, I forgot I had a camera in front of me recording me. So I think that's what happened with that. Because like I said before, like when I was doing this, I was doing everything from my phone. Like when I started doing the reaction videos, I was editing, I was filming myself with that app on here, and I make my thumbnails, and I still do my thumbnails on my phone because it's like I can do it on my PC, but like I got the settings where I want on the certain apps on my phone that I make my thumbnails with that I'm comfortable with. And just going into that transition from like doing that from Twitch into the YouTube, because I stopped the streaming and just focused on the YouTube because the very first video I ever did as a YouTube reaction was this P-pop boy group, which P-pop stands for Filipino pop. Okay. And I got into them because I honestly forgot how I got into them, but one of their songs I just really liked. And me being half Filipino, I got to show that pride.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
It's like I don't know how to speak the language, but like I'm slowly like learning, and I just catch words and I just kind of repeat it, and I want to learn more because like it's my mom's native tongue, and I would love to learn Tagalog. Yeah. So the very first video I ever did, I just threw it out there. I didn't do much editing on it or anything like that. I made the thumbnail look good. And this video, the first video I did on them was literally the video came out maybe like 2 days before I did it. Yeah. I did that just to test out if I can do reaction videos and just threw it up there. Next thing I know, within 24 hours, it's already hit over 1,000 views. Wow. And I sat here, and especially at work, because I was seeing it, I was like, I honestly almost shit myself because I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah. Like, it's just one of those videos, it's like you didn't put much effort into it and threw it up and then just boom, hits. Crazy. I was just like, oh. So like when I started doing that, that's when I started doing more videos in them, and then I started branching out more because how I got into K-pop, one of my best friends, she always talked about BTS. Yeah.
Of course, man. One of the biggest groups out right now.
One of the biggest groups, yeah. So I decided to give them a chance and started listening to them, and I started learning more about who they are and what they went through a lot. They still do by certain other people, but they got a lot of hate when they first started. Like they started off like how we were. They were on small budget. They were with a company that wasn't the big three that was well known in, Korea, South Korea to be exact. And like they started off with nothing. They would have to, like, even staff members would have to like use their cars or whatever stuff to be in music videos and
Yeah,
stuff. So
wow.
they started off small.
Right.
And the reason why they got so big is because of their fan base, aka Army. Army was up. The BTS Army is insane. Like, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of positive people in the Army, but there's also a lot of toxic people. But you're gonna get that no matter
Right.
what group or what fans you're gonna be, whoever you follow, because it's how the world works. And I hate to say that, but. But because of them, I started getting and they were the only main ones I listened to. And then around the same time I listened to them, I got into the girl group called Blackpink.
Okay.
And them girls are beautiful. So they were the only main two that, I really got into, and I would dabble into a couple other ones, but I wouldn't sit there and like listen to the music and albums like I did Blackpink and BTS.
Right.
So like now I'm actually like kind of branching myself out into
broadening that.
To other K-pop groups and stuff, just to in that, because what my channel is like, of course I would like get around and to react to American artists, and I don't mind doing that, but it's just the fact that some artists can easily get that copyright thing and be blocked around the world. I've been I've had 3 videos I've tried to upload before be blocked in countries because of copyright and stuff, and I was just like,
it's frustrating.
It's frustrating as a reactor, because I'm literally just there enjoy and react, and it's like,
it's not like you're taking their stuff and using it for yourself.
Yeah, I'm not a
way.
I'm not a partner.
Right.
Like, I don't have that point where I can monetize and stuff. And even if I did, I still get copyright claims on videos, but they're not blocking them. It's just a copyright claim, and they're just whatever ads is running, they're getting that money. I'm not doing it for the money.
Right.
That's my thing. I'm doing it because I enjoy it. I love music. I love the message I can get with it, because, we were talking about watching anime and stuff. I don't know. Do you watch it in subtitles or dub?
I watch it in dub mostly.
Okay.
But I do know, and a lot of people are going to cringe when I say that. I do know that, and I have rewatched whole shows in just sub. And it's a completely different experience.
Oh, yeah.
And I love it. So I respect sub, but I prefer dub. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Exactly. So with me, I always prefer sub, because it's just a little bit more different.
Right.
So like when people ask me, it's like, how can I be able to read the subtitles while reacting to the videos and the captions and stuff? I was like, I've watched anime and subtitles throughout most of my years. So it's like pretty much like I have a Sharingan.
Yeah.
And I'm just like reading it.
Naruto reference right there.
I'm reading it fast, so I know what they're saying immediately before they even finish what they're saying. So I'll read it real fast and still know what's going on in the music video at the same time.
That's awesome, bro.
So that's how I get into that. So the whole transition I'm loving it.
It's crazy because, like whenever my first kind of encounter with K-pop and just Korean music in general was this dude named Keith Ape. And he released Ichima, yeah, man.
Ichima.
And then I remember when like Flocka and like all those rappers, American rappers, that was a moment that was huge, I feel like, for music, because that kind of expanded that channel of American people.
Oh yeah.
Embracing a different culture.
Oh yeah.
But still it's you know what it is? It's another culture looking at our culture, looking at American culture. And that broadened all of music.
Exactly, because what most people don't understand is like K-pop. I mean, pop music in general stands for popular music, but pop is also that pop, like that simple, lovey type, bright colors, all that stuff. And like with BTS, it's like they were one of the groups that I got into before I got into Big Bang, because Big Bang was like one of the starters to be the pioneers of like the different hair color changes and other stuff, and being hip hop and influence and stuff. So like when I got into BTS and all that stuff, they were different because I liked them because they had that hip hop side of them,
right?
And I love that because it's 7 members, four vocalists, 3 singers. I know them all by name.
Mm-hmm.
And like the rap line is, I love them. RM, Sugar, J Hope, and J Hope's my bias. He's like that sunny sunshine personality, just goofy and stuff. And like how they are is just, it's different because like they have the thing called their rap line and their cipher series, and their cipher series are them addressing their haters, talking their smack.
I like that.
And it's like when you see them, when from the very first one to the now, it's like when their very first one, you know, they were young, they were kids. They don't like now. They don't like to cuss as much into their songs like they used to when they first started.
Right.
But like here and there, you're hear it once in a while. But like back when they were young, they was just like you hear them and it's just like, who hurt these guys? Like, because they were snapping and talking their shit, like, you know, how most people should, because, you know, you have to address your haters once in a while.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So, and, you know, speaking of this, all of this music stuff and the reaction videos, what would you say your biggest, so far, successful video with the most views would be?
Currently, right now, is another fellow Asian artist that I love, that everybody knows who he is, and that is Rich Brian, aka Rich Chigga, when he first came out with that stick.
Yeah,
he is my highest video because I reacted to him doing he freestyled over the Tokyo Drift song, and that one currently. Last time I saw it, it was just getting close to hitting 8,000 views, and it's probably over 8,000 views right now.
That's awesome.
And all that love came from Indonesia because he is literally, in one of his songs called Kids, he said, "You're big in your city, I'm a king of a continent." And that's the bar right there.
Wow.
And he's right because he put Indonesia on the spot. He's one of those Asian rappers to learn English. He learned English through hip hop and YouTube videos. That's how he learned it.
That's insane.
So when he came out and everybody was just like, oh, they see this nerdy little Asian kid, but when they hear his voice, it'd be like,
he
why is his voice so deep?
Yeah,
like
he snaps. Man.
Yeah, he. As a matter of fact, he dropped a video. He dropped a new track earlier today that I need to get onto sometime soon, because like I said, I've been slowing down on YouTube because how work had my schedule and just physically tired. I couldn't just deal with that.
Yeah.
So like I said, I want to, like, when I do my reaction videos, the one thing I always tell people is I do not fake my reaction videos. I will not watch a video or listen to a song that I already haven't heard of. I want to experience that first time right then and there in front of the camera for the people.
Genuine, man.
Exactly. You have to keep it genuine. You got to. And I be getting into it. Sometimes I be dancing. Sometimes when I hear something, I be like, woo! I'm feeling it, man.
Yeah. No, that's awesome, man. So something that I'm kind of really also curious about is what your plans are for the future with what you got now.
So my goals still stand. How I want to do is, like, I have my goals of becoming YouTube partner and stuff, just to achieve that goal. Like I said, I could care less if I make money on it or not. And it's the same thing with my gaming. I don't ask anybody to sub to me because I'm an affiliate. An affiliate's like the baby step before you can become a partner, because you have to reach a certain amount of stats for you to be put an application in to be a partner.
Right.
But like it's the same thing with that. It's like I want to become a partner on Twitch, and you have to hit certain stats. But I don't ask people to sub to me. I don't ask people to donate to me, because I'm not here to make money off the stuff. If I have people that that support me and want to do that, I get shocked, it's like something I'm not expecting and stuff. So it's nice. And, I got people that come out and support me and stuff. And I've been paid a couple times on Twitch, but as an affiliate, you have to reach a certain kind of revenue. You have to reach $100 in revenue, and it goes through the courses of months. And once you finally hit that $100 in revenue, you can be able to get paid, and
Gotcha.
you get paid whatever you get. Some people get paid a lot more. Some people, make do. And like I said, like I didn't care that I would get like $100 and something dollars out of it, because when you're thinking about it right then and there, that's $100 and something dollars I didn't have before.
Yeah.
So
That's a come up.
like I said, I was like, I'm always humble when it comes to that situation. Like,
And that's something that I've always like really was impressed by with you, is just how even when we were kids, you know what I mean, and us growing up, and thank God we got Instagram and Facebook, we would follow each other and stuff like that. You know, you were always such a genuine guy, and you were never in it in any kind of relationship for any kind of personal kind of manipulation or gain or anything like that. And it seems like you're doing the same thing with this, man. You're doing it for the love of it. You're doing it to make other people happy.
Exactly. That's the thing about being a content creator, because yes, is it nice to have, get money from it? Of course. Like every other job. When you look at it, it's literally a job, but when you're looking at it, it's a job that you're having fun and you're enjoying it, and you don't, not always you're gonna get paid for it. I don't care if I don't get paid or not.
No.
I'm having fun trying to brighten up the people's lives, because whatever I'm going through before I hit my streaming, I hit the button to start streaming and stuff, whatever before then is left. When I get right there, I am me. I don't care what happened throughout my day. I am me. I'm here to bring, smiles, happiness to people. Just be that light in people's lives that they need. Yeah. Cause and we're gonna get a little deep when I talk about this. Years ago, freshman year of high school, I don't know if you remember me dating a girl named Michael Brooks. So I was dating her from 8th grade and between 9th grade. We broke up during the middle of 9th grade. Really bad breakup for me, because that was actually my first love. And I right then and there I hit depression. I wouldn't sleep in my bed. I would sleep on the floor next to it. I wouldn't leave my room. I wouldn't eat or anything like that. Anytime I would use the bathroom was when everybody was in bed, and I didn't have to deal with that. And, over the years, I let it take over. And in freshman year, also, pretty much like my second dad, because my former stepdad, him and my mom got divorced. So that was on top of the plate of that. And I was going through all of that so much that I didn't want to live no more. I threw myself in a lake, drowning myself, and wanted to, and right before I almost took my last breath, a doctor had saved me. Out of anybody, a doctor had saved me. I heard a voice right before I almost took my last breath and got brought to life. A voice said to me, I can't say if it was God or anything like that, because I'm not going to say it like that. But a voice told me, it was like, it is not your time yet. You still need to be the light in people's lives. And then that's when I got brought back. Wow. But I also let myself get taken over by the darkness of my depression for 8 years long. Yeah. 8 years until last year when I got I didn't date for 8 years either. I didn't want to date. And then I had this one girl that I was working with kind of push through all my walls and stuff. And we ended up dating. We didn't date for long. And some things went down. I won't go into detail about that. But because of that relationship, I didn't realize how toxic I became as a person until I got in a relationship with her and we had broken up. And that's when I realized that I really need help. So I seek professional help. I had a family friend that my mom had made cakes for a bunch of times. They were a therapist. And they went to be my therapist for free to get me better, because it was paying retribution to my mom of making cakes for them all the time. Yeah. So I can say now, about a year and a half now, I've been recovering from depression, and my mindset is totally different. I'm always happy. I'm always positive, and I have self-love. I used to not love myself at all. I have self-love. I tell myself now, like, if I even get in a relationship and I'm not looking for one, I'm just doing my own thing, focusing on myself. If I get in a relationship and it don't work out, at the end of the day, I'm not going to be upset. I'm not going to let it sweat me because I still have self-love for myself.
Yeah.
So that's how I've been living my life.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that, man. That's an amazing. That's such a personal experience.
Yeah,
to share.
I've gotten around to to be able to talk about it now because I'm comfortable. I'm not that person no more.
Right.
So I have no problem of wanting to talk about it now.
Yeah, and I'm glad you kind of shared it with our listeners and our viewers, and just so that like everyone's clear, man. If anyone's going through anything, just make sure to reach out, right?
Reach out, seek out professional help, and like I always tell people, this is always my saying: always want to better yourself, no matter what. And at the end of the day, please, coming from Klaus myself, stay golden. I love y'all. Like that's how I always am. I always tell people stay golden, and a lot of people just be like, "What do you mean by that?" It's just like stay golden. I was like, if there's a light in your world of darkness, push yourself to that light. Because that light right there is your escape from being consumed over darkness. So like at the end of the day, no matter if you're depressed or just on something, at the end of the day, your actions are reflected on you. Do not blame it that, oh, I've been depressed, I have depression and stuff, this is why I act. But the thing is, you're making an excuse for yourself. At the end of the day, you still have a thought process where you should, think on your actions before you do it. And a lot of people don't think on it. They just do it immediately, not thinking how it's going to affect others.
Right.
Don't ever do that to yourself, because not only you're hurting yourself, but you're hurting those around you. And the more you do that, the more that you're going to have people pushing you away because they don't want to be around you. And then at the end of the day, you're all you got. And that's the worst scenario that I never want anybody to put in, because when you're all by yourself and have nobody, you're lost.
Yeah.
You want to do things that you don't want to do. And I hate to say that, but it's depression literally kills. It literally does. So if you're ever going through something, please, don't ever feel weak to seek professional help. It's like, I try to help people all the time. Like currently I've been helping a friend going through some stuff, and I told him, I was like, look, man, like you need professional help. I can only do as much as I can to help you and give you advice on something, but it's on you to want to do better and be better for yourself and improve yourself.
Yeah.
So like, we talked about it, and he told me earlier today that he's gonna probably seek professional help. And I told him, I'm glad you took my advice.
Yeah,
because it's like I don't want to see that's the worst thing. I don't even want to wish death on my worst enemies, because I have no hate. I don't think I have enemies, but people always will hate on somebody for no reason, because they probably have
selfish reasons.
Yeah, selfish reasons, and I mean, can't do nothing about it. I'm like, sorry, whatever I'm doing is affecting you, but I'm not trying to be that kind of person. I want to be positive. I want a positive community. I want to, have a good type of like group of people that I want around me. That's why I took all the negativity and threw it out the way, because having negative vibes around you all the time is not going to help you grow and mature even more.
Yeah.
And I think the one thing I can say about depression, the good thing it did to me was help me mature a lot more at a really early age. Because when I told one of the guidance counselors back at high school what I was going through and stuff and how my thought process was, she literally sat there, put her hands like this and said, I wish guys were more like you back when I was in high school. When I have somebody, and then meanwhile, I'm like 18 years old. I'm having somebody in their 20s tell me that they wish there was more guys like me back in high school. That's saying something.
Yep.
But she said I was special, and here I am. I'm trying to do the best I can.
Yeah, bro. And, having said that, man, and I just want to kind of end this episode, man, in a very positive light, and just spread that message, just staying golden. And if there's what we usually do now is we kind of save the last end of the podcast to kind of plug you guys and give you a platform to say if there's something you want to say to the folks listening and to any of your supporters. What would it be? Any upcoming things that you got going on? What to look out for?
Upcoming things. I'm gonna be back on my YouTube grind. Don't ever worry about that. Like I said, it's just work killing me. I'm gonna be back on it, and I'm also, I'm trying to stream as much as I can. I'm trying to get this grind out, baby, because you ain't gonna get nowhere in life if you just sit and not want to move. You have to have ambition, and a lot of people don't have it. So coming to me, if this podcast helps you get more ambition, makes you inspired to do better for yourself, then my job here, being the light in people's lives, is already in the works of doing it. So that's the best I can say. And again, stay golden.
Yeah, and as always, what an amazing episode, and thank you so much, man, for coming through, for sharing your time, and for sharing everything that you've been through. Such wonderful highs and lows.
Oh yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me, man.
Absolutely, bro.
And, I'm always down to do this again.
Oh, we'll love to have you around for a second go round, man.
Oh yeah, man.
I'd like to thank the viewers and the beautiful viewers and listeners for coming out, listening to another episode. And this is the 4099 podcast. Thank you guys once again. And we'll see you on the next one.